Kagurabachi! I need you to charge up with me. Charge up. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh my god.
Do it! For Takeru Hokazono! The malediction. That's a Shinichi's power. Rokuhiro didn't talk about it, but he didn't intend to hide it from you forever. But it was too much to share with you at such a young age. Slowly but surely, we'll learn to do that together. I understand. 200,000 lives. We are complicit in the deaths they cause. That's why he sealed up the enchanted blades. Without the enchanted blades, the people of this country would have been massacred. But even so, Rokuhiro was racked with guilt for forging them. Then why did he give me this? Chapter 83, The Inten.
End of flashback.
His strength is insane. If I tried to counter it, he would have sliced off my arm. There's a saying from the Sete War that's fitting. When blackbirds flock, death is nigh. It's obvious where that saying came from. Someone's dying, but it's not Chihiro. What on earth do you want to show me? There's a way to prevent the malediction without sacrificing any lives.
Stop the cap.
We destroy the Shinichi. If the Shinichi were to be destroyed, the contracts would become null. If only we could just destroy it. After the war, we tried everything we could think of. We couldn't even scratch it.
Dropped a nuke into an active volcano. It would most likely vaporize the lava.
I heard you broke the Cloud Gouger. But sword fighting is similar to physical augmentation. The strength of the blade varies greatly depending on the wielder's skill and spirit energy. Whoever was wielding the enchanted blade must have been some really...
Go ahead. Finish the sentence.
I gotta do my boy Sojo like that. Oh,
Must have been some really puny thug.
must have been some really puny thug for it to break. See his face, like, how dare you disrespect Sojo?
Don't disrespect our goat like that, man.
So that's what he's saying right now. Please
I
let
think
me
it's
have
not-
that. All right. We're talking about a man they call the Swordmaster, and Kunishige Rokuhiro's Shinichi. That sword is indestructible. Just a Swordmaster and I have to die. It's the best way and only way. Here it comes. I'm sorry, I was half expecting to freaking have that light hit me again. I was like,
What we do here is go back.
why did you bring me alone? Here it comes. It came all right. Bro, he swaps places with the black feathers floating in the air. Maybe it's because I've honed my sword skills, but more than ever, the sword feels deeply ingrained with my hand. My Nishiki flows more lightly. Ah, look at that, he's going in. He's right there, but he goes. Let's go, baby. He's going fast. What's happening?
I know.
Even with Nishiki, you can barely evade him. I see it now. Right before he switches places, there's a trace of spirit energy. Now! Only a sword? That was impressive. You figured out how to read my movements, but figure yours out too! Hey, let's go! This freaking going in. This fight's freaking fire! What just happened? His arms also, his hands shaking too. What happened here? When Kunishige Rokuhiro forged the enchanted blades, he didn't craft their power specifically, only their general intended purpose, to kill or to protect. The original 6 swords were intended as instruments of war, to defeat the enemy. But what about your sword? Hey! But the 7th sword, the Inten, is different. It was the only time in Rokuhiro's career as a master swordsmith that he co-created a sword with someone. Right after the war, your father attempted to destroy the enchanted blades. Every attempt to destroy them failed. All of them, not just the Shinichi. After that, for nearly 15 years, your father struggled in the darkness with the knowledge of that he created the enchanted blades and the malediction. You were his guiding light, illuminating the path forward. The Inten, was that path.
Oh, it's nice seeing him with Roku Hero.
You about to cry again.
Maybe.
You used the intent to destroy the Cloud Gotcha. Sure. So, okay, well, what are you about to say here, bro? Please don't disrespect this man anymore! Must have been some really puny thug for it to break. Puny thug. He's not a fraud, guys! Please! Sure, Sojo wasn't a swordsman, but even so, he's a strong fighter. There we go, yeah. It wasn't just his failure, it was also your success. And you were able to course correct that katana, which had been compromised from its true intent to face the past and connect it to the future. Perhaps that was the purpose Rokuhiro infused into the intent. We need to have principles and accountability. The weight of the malediction must have been that heavy. The intent's true realm. Yeah. I'm committed to taking it on. With the intent, I'll destroy the Shinichi. Let's go, baby.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
So
Look at that. Look at this clean freaking panel right here. You see this clean panel?
Like,
beautiful. God dang it.
It makes sense that Samura wouldn't, because Samura didn't really know about Enten like that, or knows like
No, a lot of people didn't really know about the Enten
Yeah.
being even fours like that to begin
yeah.
with.
So like the fact that he's like, oh, we can't destroy the enchanted blaze, and he's like, and you know, not defending Sojo, but him saying that the only reason that the Cloud Gouger was broken was because, oh, the person that was using it is like some puny thug or whatever. I don't think that's really the case. I don't think that really matters.
That's kind of what he was pretty much saying. Is like they tried many things already before that time to even try to break it, and they still couldn't do it. So like the fact that that sword did break fighting against Chihiro, that is a clear indication that he has the capabilities of doing so. Is the thing here. This sword is basically to be able to correct the wrongs that Rokuhiro was able to, that he ended up doing with these swords in the first place, because he knew it was going to be used in some way, shape, or form for bad at some point, right? So he needed a countermeasure in some ways to be able to actually combat this, and his son is the perfect candidate to be able to actually do something like this.
I am curious how I don't know if Hokazono is going to go in this direction, but what if throughout this battle between Chihiro, and like I said, it might not happen, but between Chihiro and Samura, that Chihiro actually breaks Samura's enchanted blade, and that's kind of him proving to him, hey,
actually,
I can do
hold on,
this.
that might actually be the thing.
That's the I know that's the only way to show Samura that could happen.
Wait, you're actually right. Hold on. There was a moment actually in this chapter. There's two instances that showed this, right? Samura was looking at his hand was shaking. He was like, what's going on here? And there was a flashback that Shoujo was doing the same thing. Not a flashback, I think not in this chapter, but it was that bonus chapter we read, right? He was looking at his hand at that time then too, and it was like, maybe I just need more training. I don't know what's going on. He didn't know what exactly the problem is, but his hand was shaking a lot. But Samura's doing that same exact thing.
Yeah.
So there's some reverberation or something happening when they do clash, that the sword is actually breaking down the Enten Seki potentially with every hit. I
mean, the Enten's purpose probably is just destroy. I mean, yes, of course, destroying the Shinichi is like top thing, but like effectively, he could just destroy all of the enchanted blades.
Chihiro is freaking amazing. Like the dude's keeping up with Samura, which we know he's a master swordsman, right? So it's the fact that he's able to keep up with him, to see what he's doing and read his movements is pretty insane. All right, like that's not something anyone can just do. So that kind of brings up the question of like, do you think they're making like Chihiro maybe too powerful already? We're only 83 chapters in. It's like he's already going fighting against like the top tier suckers here, right? So that's a question that I honestly be asked here. Like, do you guys think they're, we're making these characters too powerful already? Or maybe there's another step to this power scaling that we're not potentially seeing, or like I said, there's like more Hiyuki people out there. Who knows? Like, it is an interesting question to ask though, given what we're actually seeing through the fight right now. Because it's like the fact he's holding his own this well is pretty impressive. So this was a very interesting, informative chapter too when it comes to Enten, when it comes to Chihiro's abilities a bit here. And like you said, I think prediction wise, I feel Samura is about to lose his goddamn sword.
That's the only way that Samura is going to be able to actually see Chihiro's plan.
And that will stop him too.
Yeah.
Because he ain't gonna fight no more, right? Like, unless he wanna fight with his hands. I mean, I don't know how good he is with his hands, all right?
But also, like, it will show him, like, hey, it doesn't matter who's holding the sword. I can break the sword. So,
exactly.
Like,
and Samura is no slouch. He's no, what do you call Sojo?
Puny thug.
He's no puny thug, okay? So the fact that, like, you're one of the best and he breaks your sword anyways, that kind of solidifies the fact that Chihiro can do this. Anna, what are your thoughts on this week's chapter of Kagurabachi?
Honestly, I really, really like this chapter. I would give it a 9.
I guess about 9 too. This is great. The fight actually was like well choreographed.
Yes.
Honestly, I really like what we're seeing here.
And we finally learned about the origins of N10 because up to now we're just like, there was just the 7th blade just happened to be sitting around.
And Chihiro was actually co-creating it with his freaking father. That's a wholesome moment right there. All right, we need more of these two interactions. Honestly, I like their, father son.
Anyway,
I don't think Samura could do that. But
who said it had to be Samura?
let me tell you. Tell me your thoughts on this week's chapter of Kagurabachi. Put in the comment section below. Like the video. Helps with the algorithm to be able to push you out to more Bachi Bros so we can Kagurabachis together, and subscribe to the channel because we do this every goddamn week because Kagurabachi stays lit. But Takeru Hokazono, last little thing I want to say. Please take care of yourself. If you need to take a break, okay? You pushing yourself too hard and we don't want you freaking falling out, all right? So take a break. It's good, all right? All right. Till then, people, break out the wire. Anyways.
How do you feel that your favorite character is
Shut up right now.